And he says the best part is you build the organization, you get paid. Okay, you build the organization, you get paid. How many would like to build an organization? So how many would like to learn a cute trick to build an organization? Cute trick. Okay, I'll tell you the cute trick. Okay, it's cute. Okay, it's called 4 basics. Okay, it's very cute. Okay. Now here's what. See, but the reason I say that is very simple. I want you to understand. See, when you build an organization, in the beginning, anything to take. See, a lot of people, a lot of IBOs. The reason they are not able to put the organization together because lack of consistency for a long enough duration. Okay. Now, we some CD I was listening to this guy, man, he's fired up, he's working hard for 1 month, he shows 15 plans, and this and that, he shows his outline, and says, man, I'm pumped up, and he goes 2nd month, fired up, shows the plan, and then he says, but I'm not in startups. So he stops showing the plan. Okay, I think it's Harvey Danzig's CD. Okay? So you know what, guys, understand, if you're going to do start-stop, this will be a miserable journey for you. Miserable journey. If you do start-stop, start-stop. Okay, no YouTube, okay? Vijay? Okay, yeah, don't put the title also. Okay? Check out. Okay, now, but what I want you to do, understand this, okay? Consistency. A steady drop of water can make a hole on a concrete. And these are things that you got to understand. Now, nobody can pay your dues. You got to pay your dues. You'll see some people come here, in 3 months they'll go silver. And some people here, in 3 years, they'll go 1000 PV. Okay, it took me about 15 months to go 1000 PV. See, everybody got to pay your dues. You got to pay your dues. Some way you'll pay your dues. Some people, they have paid their dues before they join the business. They paid that. They have paid the price of life. Some guy, a student, maybe 19, 20-year-old, has never paid any price. Because you got to pay your dues. Because it's like this. If the business comes when you do that. Second part is what? I was just going to say about Jim Burke. Okay, he says you observe the masses and do the opposite. You observe the masses and do the opposite. And as a second week night out, that doesn't mean you observe the outside people and do the opposite, which means I joined an Amway business, so I'm doing opposite anyways. No, you observe the masses within this business and do the opposite. Do the opposite. Okay, masses. Okay, why so many people only come up for guests? Why so many people only come up for guests? Okay, that's masses. Now that means anybody can come to that 20%. Anybody in this room can come to 20%. But you gotta do what the 80% is not doing. Because if you don't do that, you're not gonna come to the classes. So now the reason I say that is there are certain fundamental things you gotta figure that out. Now here's what's gonna happen to you. Okay, when you start doing the 4 basics. You'll have to figure out your own way of doing the 4 basics. You'll have a struggle. There's a CD that, anybody heard of True North Classic CD? True North Classics. Okay? Andrew Nardoni, Caterpillar and Butterflies. Okay? They say, you know what? A caterpillar was born to be a butterfly. Every caterpillar was born to be a caterpillar. Ugly, Nobody likes to, but butterflies are pretty, beautiful. Every caterpillar was born to be a butterfly. But here's the key part. They have to go through the process. And there is a process when the caterpillar is going to this cocoon. And that cocoon, there is, and they say that, and in the sea, it's a common thing. The cocoon is coming out. Even though you see the butterfly struggling, you're not supposed to clip the cocoon. Because if you clip the cocoon, that butterfly will come out, right? But one, it never fly, and then eventually die. And that's something your upline can never do for you. See, you all are meant to, upline can, guide you, but he cannot pay your dues. Okay, cannot pay your dues. You gotta pay your dues. Okay, because otherwise, you'll be that butterfly that will go to 1000 PV, maybe 1500, maybe 25, but eventually you'll fade away. So you gotta have that. But the good part is that cocoon, to nurture, you can give it the environmental cocoon to go through that struggle, okay, to become a butterfly. So now let's talk about what we do to do the work, okay. Once you understand these things, guys, there is no magic in this business. There is no voodoo that you get it and some people don't. What do? You gotta understand you plan this business, okay, monthly, but you work this business daily. You work it daily. And when you're working it, why do a lot of people in 4 basics, they're looking for that cute trick, is that guy that they don't have a vision of their own business, man, platinum ship. 40 IPOs and 20 standing order. It was drilled for me that I have to get that to get platinum done. That's it. Your second thing, Naida, can I tell you that part, right? Would you like to make the platinum thing? Is that fair enough? Everybody know? 40 IPOs, 20 standing order. That's all it takes. And do not make it a big deal. It is not. Down 4 growing legs. You gotta have 4 growing legs. Do that. Now to have 4 growing legs, if I don't have these, that means I gotta go wide. If I have these, that means I gotta build teams. And that doesn't happen until I do 4 basics. Okay? Now when you come to a meeting, this is called a game night. You show up here, you're excited. How many are excited as the speaker is showing? Okay? And you know what? The reason you didn't shout, because you didn't have a guest. Bottom line, man. If you're dragging your feet to here, if you don't come here early, I guarantee you, you can qualify second week for next 5 years. Okay? But if you don't have a guest, you'll never come at 7:45. And you'll miss out. What is that come early, stay late means? Okay? So you gotta, now again, doesn't mean that every time you have a guest. No, at least every time you did the work to have a guest. Now a week is made of 7 days. For me, Aarti gonna point some pointers. 7 days. Okay? Open meeting is Wednesday. Phase meeting is Friday. Okay? You are a business, you are an entrepreneur. You're gonna get $50,000 of ongoing income year on year. So don't look for an easy pay your dues. Don't look for an easy way out. Okay? How about that? Good week or bad week? See, I think there was a statement today on Facebook. If you take, some people take 100 steps and think 5 steps. And a lot of IPOs think 100 steps and take 5 steps. That's how most people build their business. They show 2 plans, analyze for 2 months. You gotta show for 2 months and then analyze for maybe a day. That's it. You gotta think and work together. Not think only. Now what does that tell you? You gotta bring, this is your BWW power, magic. Power, magic. Okay? Gives you credibility. Okay? Monday, Tuesday, Saturday and Sunday. Okay? We have a thing, okay? What you gotta do on Wednesday, that's your game night. See, if you're showing a plan on Saturday, it's too far out an association to promote. If you wait for that, you lost the guy. Birds got the boy. Okay? If you don't know, it's in the CD. Okay? Birds got the boy. Okay? Now, Saturday, if you do that, you gotta set up what do we say follow-up is what? How soon the follow-up should be?
24 to 48.
48 hours. Now that brings me, when you do this business, you always do it the reverse order. Reverse order. Okay, reverse order. Okay? Follow-up is a priority. Okay? If you don't have a follow-up in width, okay, then you see if you have a follow-up in depth. If you don't have either of them, then you see if you have a plan book in width or plan book in depth. If you don't have a plan book, then see if you're making phone call in width or inviting some guy, helping some guy make phone calls in depth. If you don't have that, then either you are going out there to get numbers, make your list, or help somebody in your team make a list. 4 basics in the reverse order, because that's the priority. Okay? You don't get paid for serious contacting in this business. Okay? So follow the reverse order. So that's where you have to remember, every day you have to have 5 pockets, 3 to 5, where you're doing these 2 things. That's it. Follow up or STP with different people. Not the same guy. Okay? Some people are following up with the same guy forever. So that's what I want you to understand. Hey, can you hit that button, man? That button. Somebody put it for me on here. But that's something that so on Monday, Tuesday, maybe you can do QR and invite somebody. Okay? Second thing I would tell you is walk out of nowhere. See, we have great products and service. I think I'll talk about it. Every day when you show a plan or do this follow-up, you can also do follow-up for products. You can also do STP for share the products. In every 4 basics that you do, you've done so much hard work. Why not get some? Ron Priya says, do not leave volume on the table. Take it out. Okay, I'm not good at that, and for a long time I was. But then I said, man, this is not good. Every time I do a plan, nothing going out. So you gotta understand. Every meeting you can get 6 no's. Okay, 6 no's, and it's again in a CD. Listen to what that means. Every person should have 6 no's. Not by chasing him for the same plan again and again. Okay, 6 no's for different reasons you ask it. So understand, Saturdays, Sundays, show the full plan. Take advantage of your plan. Monday, Tuesday should be your QI days. This is your game night. These are your follow-up nights. And get back on track again. And it should not be like, but you know what, Monday night I was doing contacting. No, it should be like an in-and-out thing. Okay, in-and-out burger. You get the contacting along with the plan. Because you'll have sometimes in the middle, just go out and say a couple of hellos and come back. Okay? And that's all. How long you're supposed to do? 3 or 4 growing legs. Now understand, a lot of people, the reason you will focus on too much of one no is because you don't have a pipeline mentality. So when you're doing a follow-up with your guy, you should already have 3 plans booked after him. When you have 3 plans booked, you should already be making some phone calls before you go to the plan. Before you go to the plan, make some phone calls. You'll be fired up showing the plan. Your posture will be different. Okay? When you have a phone call, when you make a phone call, try making a phone call with 4 people list. You'll be depressed. You'll be praying to God. But if you have a 20 people list or 14 numbers list, what is your attitude? Hey dude, finish off, otherwise I have got 13 more to go. I don't have time for you. Are you looking or not? Make sense to you? Okay, position of strength. You build a position of strength. And here is Aarti. She talks about, a lot of methodical stuff. But to me, if you are being busy in this thing for a long time, consistently for 12 consecutive months, that should be your foundation for your Q12-ship forever life. And that's guaranteed. Okay? And here is Aarti.